There is a huge difference between forcing your way through something when you are feeling discomfort, when you're in the middle of a challenge, and learning the art form of alchemizing that discomfort into a deeper connection with this infinite well of inner power that you hold. If you've landed on this video, you are someone who is on a journey where you are experiencing expansion through challenge. Maybe you are intentionally leading into a path where you can see that you are challenging yourself. You're expanding out of your comfort zone. And you've landed in this video right now because there is a higher consciousness way to utilize that discomfort and to actually allow it to drop you deeper into your inner power. There's two ways that we can approach discomfort and resistance when we are in the middle of a challenge. I'm going to talk about the first way that we are outgrowing, that you are expanding past, and that is force. That is when we are in the middle of doing something and we can feel the physical expansion, the discomfort. You are edging out of the comfort zone. The ego comes in and it has all these stories, right? We can't do this. We're not capable of this. There's no way we're going to make it. This is so difficult. We're literally not going to make it. Like that is the ego fearing its life. What force is doing in that moment, which is the outdated lower consciousness way of going through a challenge, is taking those voices, taking that discomfort, and then staying in that level of awareness where you are fighting those thoughts. And you're not accessing a different level of energy within you. You're actually fighting that energy. You can think of those voices as a certain charge. They hold an energy. I want you to imagine them as like these little beings that come up and they are so strong and they have this energy to them. You can imagine like you're working at a construction site and you have all of these workers that are coming and you're saying, we're going to build this structure. And all of a sudden these workers come and be like, no, we're not. That's so scary. There's no way this is going to work. That thing's going to fall. We need to knock this down. We need to knock this down right now. And these are really, really good workers. So when they have their eye on the prize of that belief that this isn't going to work, we got to knock this down, they are in there knocking it down. You can think of that as like the procrastination, the self-sabotage, when we let the resistance really take hold. And force is taking those little workers and their powerful energy that they hold and throwing them to the side, and you going in there, fighting them off, resisting them, pushing them to the side. I got this. I'm going to prove to you that we can do this. You stay over there. I'm going to prove to you. And you're using so much of your precious energy trying to push these little guys to the side so that you can prove to them that you can do it. You can think of this as like when you are in the middle of a creative act and the discomfort comes up and those voices are there. And instead of doing what it is I'm going to share with you as the other option of the higher consciousness way, those voices come up and we're sitting there attaching to them and we're like letting that energy like fuel us. And then we're feeling that energy and we're like, whoa, I'm not supposed to be feeling this right now, fighting it. Oh, I'm not in a flow state. What is going on? Okay, I need to like get out of this. Like I need to like switch this. I need to fight this energy. This is wrong. This shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't be feeling this way. These little guys shouldn't be here saying what it is that they're saying. And we're forcing. And we either give it up altogether and we say, okay, I need to come back. I'm not in the right energetic state. I need to like be in the right flow. I'm not in the right flow right now. Or we fight it and we just create through that fighting sensation. And it feels like we're taking so much energy and it's burning us out. And then the other option, which I have found is so powerful to understand. There is an alchemical process where you can utilize that energy for your advantage. Those little guys that have so much energy to go knock down the building because they think something's going to happen, so they got to ruin it. That energy that they hold can be utilized for you. You can take that energy and have them working for you. And it makes whatever it is that you're doing, let me explain this because it's so powerful. This is my understanding. I actually have never read the book Power vs. Force, but I'm assuming that this is what we are starting to tap into. Let me now explain this other direction that we can go in. When you are doing something and it is bringing up resistance for you, and let's imagine again that same scenario. You're at the construction site, you have the plan, we're going to build this skyscraper. All of a sudden, the whole construction team is coming. This is a bad idea. We can't do this. Maybe they built a building before and it fell down and we got to stop this. This is not happening. Okay, self-sabotage, procrastination, resistance, like that inner turmoil of thinking that we can't do something, right? Here comes that energy. I have found in this journey of posting every single day on my YouTube that when we start to feel that energy and that resistance, the first step in this process is to literally allow. As if you have this whole squad of construction workers here telling you that you need to knock that building down, and you let your regulated nervous system, the frequency that your heart sends out, regulate theirs as well. And I want you to really imagine this. You're in the face of discomfort. You're in the face of this whole little construction squad that's going crazy. And as a leader, you want to send out a coherent signal to them. So your job is not to change them, but to focus on the frequency and the regulation that you actually have control over within yourself. And you don't automatically jump to the need to change the resistance. You let yourself feel into your own presence, which is therefore allowing them to feel the way that they are feeling. This can also be connected to the state of awareness that we get into when we are just observing thoughts. And I literally want you to imagine that you're like the general contractor and there's all these construction workers and you're just sitting there. Oh, I know this analogy I'm taking really far, but it's working. When you sit there and you allow yourself to just breathe in without needing to change the way that they feel at all. That is the first step, allowance, and then focusing in on the thing that allows you to feel at peace in that moment. You don't need to change what they're saying, how they're feeling. You get to focus on yourself. This is the same concept that goes for any sort of energetic shift we're wanting to experience in life, right? Like people talk about this on a collective scale. You can't fight it. You can't fight darkness. You're only going to just create more of it. The ego is so resilient in that way. It is so resourceful, which is why you can use it for your advantage, which is what we're going to get into. So feel into that allowance. It's like you're not needing to change it. You're not needing to fight it. You're centering into your heart. And now you get to listen. You can take this as far as you want. In a moment, you may feel that peace. But sometimes it also helps to just tune in. What are they all saying? What are the fears? Oh, okay, they're scared that this building may break down because the other one fell down and there's just like a lot of maybe resistance and feeling like this is going to be a scary thing. Like really taking this analogy far. And you just start to give space. And then you say, okay, so what if that happens? For me personally, I've been listening to my voices come up when I'm in the process of video making. And it's like, okay, but what if this sucks? But what if it's bad? And then I sit there and I'm like, what if it's bad? Literally, what if it's bad? Is that a reason to stop? Are we going to be safe anyway? Is that really a reason to stop? And when you neutralize it, whatever fears are coming up, that is when that squad of resistance, the construction workers that are like, we gotta do it. Oh my God. You hear what they're saying, and then all of a sudden the neutralizing effect spreads to them. They start thinking too, oh yeah. Okay. What if it falls? We're still surviving now from the last fall. What if, huh? Why am I making this such a big deal? For me, I want to share this again. It's like, okay, this video needs to be perfect. Like I need to, and then I'm like, what? Like, who cares? Like literally, who cares? Is the fear that someone's not going to like it? Chances are there will be people that don't like my content. That's just how this world works, right? It's energetics, it's attraction, it's repulsion. It's what makes this world go round, right? Some things you resonate with, some things you don't. And to create that safety and to neutralize the deepest fears that you're holding, you will always be okay. And when you send out that signal of neutrality and acceptance, and you let yourself just feel into those fears of whatever it is that's coming up, what happens is you then get to assign that resistance and that energy. You get to utilize the strength of the ego in that moment, and you get to give it a new job. You get to give it a new job. So instead of it focusing so much on bringing you out of the present moment, out of this and into this fear, drawing your awareness out, drawing your energy out, you literally tune in and you allow that energy, you assign it that new role to drop you even deeper. What if I can channel this energy inward and drop in even deeper? And I have found that using that awareness, that resistance is even there, is a sign that you are present. But what comes after is you can either attach to all the stories that they're all telling, or you can be the one to remain rooted in the now moment that allows you to bring them along. And the more present and in the now that you are, you're tapping into your breath, you're allowing. I have literally felt the alchemy of this, where then that energy allows you to drop so deep into the present moment that you access an inner power within you that is beyond what you can even imagine. This is like what moms talk about when they're giving birth. It is a power and a well of energy within you that you access by dropping deeper into the now. And what those little guys that are there waving their red flags, they can draw you and they can lead you in a direction outward, or you can guide them inward, where that momentum and that energy channels you deeper into the present moment, deeper inward. I imagine it like a bunch of energy that you either have the option to go follow, or you grab it and guide it inward and draw it down. And you can test this out with fitness. You can test this out with physical activity. You can test this out with your creative act. Here is my guidance for you. Allowance. Find in the mind the parts of you that are resisting and give them a moment to just be. Take a minute to observe it. And I want you to imagine all of this little resistance as these little guys. Allowance. You don't need to change anything. Then I want you to go focus inward on yourself. Find your own heart space. Feel into the fact that you are safe. That those stories that they're saying and sharing are literally just stories. They're just stories. This is something that's helped me tremendously. I'm like, wow, feel in my body this energy. I'm getting so worked up over just a bunch of, like a string of words floating by. Can I just choose to allow? And then number 2, can I choose to tune into my heart, my breath, my presence, the safety that is literally here, the rootedness of me being where my feet are? And then 3, can I now take that knowing of me being present and the observer of the discomfort and channel that same power that I'm taking to notice the resistance, but bring it inward and drop deeper into the presence of my body and confirm and affirm with myself that I am a limitless being that holds an infinite well of power within me. And you breathe inward and you connect deeper with that energy. And you access a stillness where your energy is not diverted out with fighting, and you recall that energy in, and you tap into that inner power, that infinite well of energy, that awareness, and you will find that the thing that you are doing takes on a new form, because the expression and what it is that you're creating comes from this infinite well of consciousness and energy instead of force. Are there moments that we express things through force? Of course. But that's a part of the learning as well. I found in my 17 days of posting on YouTube, there were some videos that felt a bit forced. And I've actually realized that it's okay. I lived. I'm still here. I'm still here. So when you access that, allow yourself to then channel that energy into whatever it is that you're doing. Play with your consciousness, play with your awareness, play with the fact that you know you're infinitely safe and also extremely powerful, beyond what your mind can conceive. You are powerful beyond what you can even logically understand. Let that hit for you in those moments. Okay, this was a bit channeled, so I'll have to go rewatch and see if this message is fully landing, but let me know if this is fully landing for you guys. I'm trusting that whatever message was meant to come through for you came through. And yeah, I'm choosing to surrender and release the need for this to be perfect and trust that this energy was received. So thank you so much for listening, and leave your comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And I'll link another video here just to connect in another teaching that resonates with this as well if you want to keep feeling into this energy. All right, guys. Bye.